boy, can you tell I'm strapped for time? Starting late again. I'm just glad I didn't have to postpone this time. I was almost close. I'm going to loom. It was either this or a there was a Lunara yapper, but it was very off-putting to look at, I'll say. Hey, Slurf. Oh, I didn't put it on repeat. Fuck. Look that shit. Let's go. I've been waiting for this for a long time. She looks like she... Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, what mods do I? Because I'm gonna be... If we're doing more snoot streams, because I still got stuff on the back burner, I'm going to be streaming from another location for a week or so. I'm gonna have to move, well, unless I could jerry-rig Frankenstein Blaze's setup with mine, I have to go watch his cat for like over a week, which I'm kind of looking forward to. But I'm kind of like nervous too, because I'm probably gonna be streaming on wireless internet, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm dragging my PC over there. I'm gonna see if I can Frankenstein a lay-down desk, sort of like what I got here. So, because I still got 2 others and a mod. I got 2 standalones, and then I got a mod to do. So, I'll see what happens. If not, I'll have to postpone until... Let me look at my calendar. The 19th, which is... Yeah, I'll be getting back by either the 18th or the 19th. So, watching the cat starts on either Friday or Thursday. It might be Thursday, because that's when he wants to head out, so... Let's hope it's not short. It looked like it had a lot of content in it. And when he rocked that raptor? Hey Mandy, hey Dr. Coconut. Lunara during estrus season. And I'm just hoping the next few weeks go smooth. Well, the week and a half goes smoothly, I should say. I do still want to keep streaming, but I don't know if I'll be doing wanting snoot streams over there if connections are bad, you know, because I don't know if you can really do a low latency on just Wi-Fi, and I don't know if I can like scrounge up like say a 50-foot Ethernet cable, and who knows what the cat's gonna do with that, you know. Cats are nice, but sometimes I don't know if I can trust them with cords, you know. Got about half a minute left. I mean, I could definitely cram in the rest of the mods, but one, that kind of spoils it for me. It'll put me in a drought. I've got nothing to look forward to. And a lot of people are probably not going to show up stream after stream, so I usually try to relegate these to Mondays, because everyone hates Mondays, and it gives people something to look forward to on a Monday, you know, not just because Hoshin's here on Monday. All right, let me smooth out my lips. They have been chapping all week, man. Smooth out my lips. Get some water in me and we'll start this adventure. Yes, this is true. Water, not just my flavor water. Alrighty. We'll do 2 hours for sure. If we have to do more, then I'll try and shoot for next Monday for sure. I don't know how it's gonna... We'll probably do some test streams over there and see how the internet behaves. If worse comes to worse, I will have to use Brett's computer for this, because I think that's wired. I'd have to ask him. Let me ask him real quick. Hey Shadowzilla. Hey Jack. How's chat today? I don't know. Got 16 people in here. We got that's usually a bit more than usual mod streams. Alright, here's my music. Kill that. Get the mod going. No, I don't want to rename the folder. So this, I think it has copyright music on it. I'll let it go for a little bit. It's also kind of quiet. It's really quiet. Voice volume. Mute everything. And of course, no actual credits. Star. Do you guys want to star? Do you want to star? Back. So is this ending based off of? Ending 2, I think. Alright. Set my phone aside, I'm probably gonna get interrupted. Making mistakes is allowed. Okay, so we're gonna go for ending 1. Trying again is mandatory. But winning is never guaranteed. How did we end up here? What are these? Undo, play, save, quick save. Is this is this like load, quick load? I see they got Lunara flower right here. No, I hate to say it, but it's kind of got that Persona slop UI, man. It's either Persona slop UI or where's the other UI that I hate? Fire Emblem slop UI. Anyways, enough rambling. All these years, and for what? When Olivia and I finished high school, we thought our future was set. We had just had to walk it together. What went wrong? What did I do wrong? Well, you walked. You can't walk with Olivia. All these years working at that company as an accountant, giving up my dream of being a photographer, and for what? My salary barely covered the apartment and our expenses. Olivia enrolled in the art gallery program, but that wasn't a steady job. The memberships didn't even cover the cost of food for the month, and a painting isn't something that sells every day, or every week, or every month. When was the last time she sold a painting? In February? And now it's November. Snowing in November, let's go. I've worn myself out. I'm tired. I've been getting up at 5 in the morning for years, working like a slave, just to come home and cook, clean, and do everything. I know Olivia is in a wheelchair and that limits her, but who am I kidding? This isn't working. I've tried. Jesus Raptor knows I've tried. And what have I achieved? And Olivia and I have grown apart during all this time. But I haven't been able to save even $1,000 in all these years of work. That my life has become a vicious circle of work and home. I have no friends because I'm always busy with the house and work. I don't even talk to my parents anymore, even though our relationship was never the best. I think they called me on Christmas Eve, if my memory serves me right. And now here I am, in a park at 10 o'clock at night. At night, you say? This looks more in the morning, if not midday. Could have fooled me. In the middle of November, wearing a jacket that doesn't quite protect me from the cold. And with one hand crudely bandaged with whatever I could buy at the convenience store called RBS nearby, drowning my sorrows with a can of cola. No, this is right after ending too, isn't it? And tomorrow, it's back to work. Really. I hate my life. I take out my cell phone and check the time. Not a single message, even though it's been 8 hours since I left. Just doesn't even care. I open my contacts list and scroll to the number I'm looking for. I press the number and wait while listening to the ringtone from my cell phone. Yes. A deep male voice answers my cell phone. Good evening, Mr. MacGuffin. I know it's late and you're probably busy, but I really need to ask you something. What is it, Inko? I need to take tomorrow off. It's something important. I'll make it up to you somehow. I promise. The wait makes me nervous. My boss isn't exactly the nicest person in the world, but I think that after so many years of working tirelessly, you'll take my request into consideration. Alright, take tomorrow off, but next week you'll have to make up for the lost hours. It's okay. Thank you, sir. Don't thank me, and get some sleep. You sound tired. The sound of my cell phone alerts me to that the call has ended, and I let out a heavy sigh. Actually, my voice sounded much hoarser than usual, which isn't good. It could mean I'm coming down with a cold, and I'm already worn out from crying so much. For better or worse, I think I better go back home to the apartment. Olivia, I'm home. Oh, we got Thicko here. Thicko. He went Thicko mode. My footsteps sound like empty echoes in the darkness of the night. Night at this time of year begins at 6 in the evening. I haven't noticed the thermal sensation, but now that I'm walking through the empty streets, the wind feels gelid. So wait, are we still in like the Volcadera Bluffs? It's snowing this bad in Volcadera, or did they really like move somewhere way out in the boonies or some shit? Well, city, I guess, and another city like the Midwest or something, or New York. I don't know. This is definitely not Volcadera Bluffs. I quicken my pace and finally arrive at the apartment. My hands are shaking a little, as my pants pocket was the only thing I could use to give them some warmth. Luckily, the cozy warmth inside welcomes me like a gentle hug, although it's the only hug I'll get. In a normal situation, I would shout out my arrival, but what for? Everything is dark. The only visible light was escaping from under the door of Olivia's room. Yes, her room. She has been living in that room for a long time now, which was originally designated to be her study. I can't even remember the last time we slept together. I turn on the kitchen light and head over to the refrigerator, letting out a heavy sigh when I see the box of anchovy pizza with only 2 slices left in the refrigerator. Shorter pizza again. It's like the 3rd time this week. Why did I cook all that chicken then? Just ignore it. I just ignore it, pour myself a glass of milk, and heat it up. I add sugar and chocolate, and he holds the cup in his hands. Wait, what? Are we like second person in here? And he holds the cup in his hands, letting the cold slowly escape from my body between sips. I'm having an out of Inko body experience here, man. He's using his Topa Inko. I prefer coffee, but if I drink caffeine at this hour, I won't be able to sleep at all. My time in the kitchen is lonely. Just me, the light shining on me, and my cup of milk. Nothing more, nothing less again. 20 minutes where my only company is my thoughts and the sound of me sipping my drink. Olivia doing to Inko what she did to the pains. Yeah, I guess so. Once I'm done, I just wash my mug and head to my room, pausing before I go in. Looking at Olivia's door one last time. You know, this bedroom looks really nice for two people who are just barely making it, you know? With the false hope that she would come out and say something to me. Anything. At least she picked up the broken vase and threw it away, even though the wet mark on the carpet is still there. Finally, I gave up on my dream and go into the room. I just want to sleep. But for this damn day to end once and for all. As if it were so easy to close my eyes and simply forget everything. But I can't. Lying on my bed, reality hits me like a punch to the chest. In this dark room, laying on this double bed that only fits me. But once it held a happy couple in love, and now it only holds a broken man, and the bandage on my hand is the perfect proof. Damn, so many years and we haven't even thought about getting married. It hadn't even crossed our minds. Is this really okay? I'm not sure it's not. I'm sure it's not. And I'm sure I'm not wrong. The night is long, and it probably took me 2 hours to fall asleep, letting my thoughts continue to torture my mind. Unable to relax because after so many years, my body was already used to getting up at 5 in the morning, leaving even more time to torture myself. But if I don't do something, who will? Finally, around 10 in the morning, I hear Olivia's door open. I remain seated in the living room sofa, listening to Olivia's wheels approaching in my direction. I'm wondering how she's gonna look. Are they gonna update her sprite at all? No, not at all. Well, I mean, then again, this is not her mod, so get out of here, Olivia. The Baryonyx finally arrives where I am, unaware of my presence, confidently on its way to finish the anchovy pizza it left yesterday. We have demoted Olivia to an object now. She is an object. Hippity hoppity, my... Oh, is it hippity hoppity, my property is uppity. Get out of here, Olivia. When she sees me, her eyes widen, clearly not expecting me to be in the apartment at that hour. And anger. However, that amazement quickly turns to discomfort and finally annoyance, looking directly at me, and then showing disbelief when he sees the suitcase right... Oh, first property, now Olivia's a boy. Oh no. Boy Olivia. He sees the suitcase right next to me. What are you gonna do now? Hold on. Olivia voice. What are you gonna do now? She said in a deep, somewhat defiant voice. Isn't it obvious? Inko, I'm not in the mood for this nonsense. Yes, I know that. Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. She gives me a withering look, clearly not very happy with my answer. What happened to us, Olivia? What do you mean? We had so many hopes, so many plans. How did everything just go to waste? My voice threatens to break. My eyes begin to glaze over. I involuntarily fix my gaze on the wet stain left on the carpet. The place where the vase she threw at me fell, a vase of flowers I gave her for our anniversary, and she just threw it on the floor. Things just didn't turn out the way we expected. She answered me, but she seemed to be talking more to herself than to me. And why did we never try something different? Why did we always end up the same? You could have accepted that job as an art instructor at St. No. Her voice interrupts me, and although her tone is not raised, it is sharp enough to let me know that she is not willing to give in. But I know I can. I know that someday I'll be able to make my paintings famous and we won't have to go through this anymore. I know it. I'm tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. Olivia, I've always admired your stubbornness, but you have to admit that continuing like this won't do anyone any good. Suddenly, her posture becomes more upright. I better adjust my posture too a little bit. Ugh. Before the tailbone pain gets excruciating. Her gaze towards me becomes cold, calculating, a clear sign that my criticism was not something she was going to accept silently. I've always been like this, Inko. I sigh. There's nothing I can do now. Yes, you're right. You were always like that. I stand up, defeated. But I don't. That's it. Sometimes you have to make difficult decisions, and this would be the most difficult decision I would ever make in my life. Later, Gator. For my sake and for hers. Didn't even leave with later, Gator. Come on now. Oh, if they did, it'd be so Reddit, man. Maybe I can make that joke, not Inko. I grabbed my suitcase and dragged it to the apartment door, defeated, fleeing like a beaten dog with my tail between my legs. My heart is aching with pain, but my conscience tells me that this is the best thing for both of us. Inko? Her voice sounds behind me, softer, broken, as if the possibility that I was capable of doing such a thing had never crossed her mind. But there was no turning back now. My hand grabs the doorknob, and as I open the door, the cold air hits my face like a kiss of disappointment and broken dreams. I can't look at her. Inko downgraded. He downgraded. The rent is due on January 15th. After that, well, you'll manage. I take out my suitcase and step outside. This is the end of everything. Goodbye, Olivia. The Inko. Slam. It's done. Boo-hoo, let me play a song on the world's smallest violin. Clancy Brown is the voice of Mr. Krabs. He was the villain in The Highlander and has done other voice acting roles. Oh, because Mr. Krabs was mentioned earlier. It's really done. As much as part of me wants to turn around, go back in, and apologize for this. I know I shouldn't. I just can't. Taking a deep breath, I muster up some false courage to set out on my journey into an uncertain future, carrying only a bag with some clothes and personal items. The bare minimum I could need, and just a small loan of $2,000, which is half of all our money. Although, to be honest, I had earned everything that... Wait, did I read that? Whatever. I don't think it's worth thinking about that now. It's not worth it anymore, I think. It's only fair, right? I don't know. I'm not sure of anything right now. For the moment, I only knew that my first priority would be to find a new roof to sleep under. So I headed to the nearest cafe that my GPS pointed me to. At least there I could look for possible locations more calmly, while warming my body with an extra long coffee. When are we bumping into the Raptor? Once at my destination, I sit down at a table away from the center and order my much-needed long coffee. Meanwhile, I start looking for possible options for my new stay. A place at a reasonable price, preferably close to my work. And that falls into the category of livable. I look at my options, and there are 3 that catch my attention. The first one, oh no, 3? There's one near, Rebecca, there's one near Emily, there's one near Abigail. No, none of them. The first one looks pretty good, although it's a bit expensive. The second one is more modest, but still reasonably priced. It's about 45 minutes from work. The last one's a real bargain, just 10 minutes walk away, but it would be like living in a prison cell. Actually, I don't really consider my options much, since my current plan is based on reducing my expenses to a minimum. And if I could save $200 a month on rent alone, it would be a great relief for my wallet. So without thinking too much about it, I dial the number listed in the description of the place that could be my next home for the coming months. An elderly woman answers the phone, her voice loud and somewhat angry, which softens when she hears my interest in renting. I make an appointment to see the apartment as soon as possible. Is it going to be that art lady? Reusing assets? I pay for my coffee, grab my things, and head to my destination, which is about 30 minutes away by bus. I'm grateful that it's Friday and that public transportation is relatively less crowded at this hour. The bus dropped me off 5 blocks from my destination, in an area of the city that's not the safest or most affluent, but at least it's not Skid Row or New Trigsy. Oh boy, that's a drink. Olivia isn't even mid, she's broke. Yeah, an ending too. As I walked, I could see the wear and tear of on the infrastructure, the graffiti on the walls and alleys, as well as the occasional homeless person seeking some warmth in front of a dumpster with a small fire in the passageways between buildings. And finally, I arrive at my destination, without being heckled. I'll move the mouse out of the way. People are probably getting autistic about the mouse. A building possibly constructed in the 1940s, perhaps earlier. A monotonous masonry facade with a small sign on the front door that read, "Rent available." A type of housing designed for workers of the time who came to the city for a season, surely to work with the coal mines that are now closed. In part, the closest thing to what I'm looking for right now. The woman with the rough voice who spoke with me on the cell phone turned out to be a Pachysauria with a rather stubborn character. We gonna see her? I'm sure she's considered not giving me the accommodation, but the pretty green color of the cash bills made her seriously consider the offer. I know people like her. I work with 2 of them, after all. And here I am, my new hideout. It's bigger than my place. I don't know why you're saying, oh, this is going to be a prison. It's bigger than my place is a prison. God damn, Inko. And here I am, my new hideout. A small entrance leads to a 4x4 meter space where an electric stove, a sink, and an old refrigerator are stacked up, on which a note is attached with magnets showing the prices to be paid if any household appliance breaks down. Just behind it is the bedroom, which consists of a bed, a desk, and a wardrobe. You get a free desk, buddy? Damn. And finally, a door leading to a bathroom, where a toilet, sink, and shower share the smallest possible space. Hey, that's me! That's my bathroom! Everything is compacted into an incredible space of less than 20 square meters. And unpacking takes me barely 20 minutes, since my clothes are practically all the same, and I put the most effort in preventing my work shirts from wrinkling. And seeing that the clock is already reads 12 noon, I begin to feel the need to go get something to eat, and while I'm at it, buy some supplies at the supermarket, including a toothbrush, which I forgot to take from the bathroom in my old apartment. It's been 3 hours since I left, and Olivia hasn't even contacted me. And we're going thicko mode. Today I feel generous towards myself, although I know it's just a cheap excuse to avoid thinking about everything that's going on. My sense of smell leads me to a street stall, where an ankylosaur with a strong accent serves me several tacos filled with meat and vegetables. Hi, Rosa! Too bad your mod failed, Rosa. The flavor is modest, but good enough for my palate to feel something. Although it's not something that really motivates me or lifts my spirits. Nothing would at this point, probably. The local market isn't far either. And with just one visit, I can get everything I need to get by without having to worry. I just have to unburden myself. This CG looks like a cover of a rap album. It does. Loneliness hits me like a wrecking ball. Why did I read that like hall? It's probably because I'm so far away from my screen, man. The feelings I've been holding back all this time overflow beyond my control. Sadness, hopelessness, frustration, the result of broken dreams and lost hope. Around 3 in the afternoon, my phone rings with a faint, punctual sound, alerting me that a new notification has arrived on my device. As an act of faith, I throw myself on it and desperately turn it on. As much as I want to remain strong, a part of me still has hope and longs with all my being that Olivia has finally decided to hear from me. That she had decided to change things, the possibility of reconciliation. However, my hopes are crushed like an insect when I realize it's just Tio, my Stegosaurus co-worker, asking if I'm sick or something. And even though I replied that everything was fine, the reality was very different. That was the only message I received that day. The rest of the weekend, I felt as if my bed were an abyss, trapping me indefinitely, sucking away every trace of hope that and longing I once had. I didn't have the strength to take a bath, eat, or even drink water. I just wanted time to pass, but the feeling of emptiness inside me wouldn't let me. And so it went all week, except that at work I had to pay attention to my responsibilities, including working 2 hours of overtime every day to make up for lost time. As much as Tio and Marcus wanted to include me in their conversations, I just wanted to be alone. And to make my bad luck worse, on Thursday my pants fell victim to an exposed nail on my desk, which I knew that was there but always took care to avoid. But with my mind so overwhelmed, I really forgot about it. The rulebook made a very good hammer to push the tip of that damn thing into the wood. This week really couldn't get any worse. Thicko mode. Saturday morning, I bundled up as best I can, grabbed my torn pants, and leave my warm cave for the nearest tailor shop. With no pants on. I'm bundled up in towels. These 12 degrees Celsius are really not to be ignored, but I really need to get my pants mended, as they're one of the only 2 pairs I own. Oof. And right now I'm wearing the other one, and I don't feel like going out to buy a new one. It's 7 blocks away, so I prefer to walk. What? Do you even have a car, buddy? You haven't even mentioned a car anywhere. Well, then again, you take the metro, I suppose. crazy. The cold doesn't really bother me much at the moment, and I'm only worried about not bumping into the few pedestrians walking in the opposite direction. The city really feels empty at this time of year. My destination is right in the middle of a somewhat busier area, a small two-story store with a wooden exterior squeezed between two larger buildings on either side. It looks even insignificant, with the wooden signs simulating a ball of yarn with two needles confirms that this is my destination. Drink regular water. Watch Lunara appear. Half an hour in already. As I scrape the microphone. The jingle of a bell as I open the door announces my arrival, while a warmer and more welcoming atmosphere greets me inside. Immediately, my attention is drawn to the modest antique wood decor, a display with a cash register and rolls of fabric placed on shelves on the walls. A series of display cases with sewing items block customers' access to the sewing machines at the back of the store. I assume they also sell more traditional sewing equipment here, although the place is quite empty. In fact, there's no one here. Or so I thought, as curiosity compelled me to look listlessly at a sample of the red velvet fabric. Tarja! Oh boy. This is where... This should be the mod, man. What happened to the Tarja mod, man? I need my dino MILF. And a door that seemed to lead to a part of the store out of public view opened gently, while an elderly Trudon with white scales and blonde hair peeked out from inside. White-skinned and blonde-haired, about 50 years old or older. Welcome to the Amplilu tailor shop. How may I help you? From the lady's accent and the name of the place, I assumed it was a foreign name. Which one? I had no idea. But that's really not important at all. Good morning, I need to mend these pants. A nail got stuck and, well, was the result. I place the garment on the display, and the dinosaur quickly takes it to inspect it. I see. This won't be difficult to fix. You want to keep the same color, right? Yes, please. The more discreet, the better. Very well, it won't take long. I just need you to... there she is! There she is! the dino of the hour herself. Hey, Tarja, do you have something for me? Of course, she gets a whole ass CGI. Or CG. We don't have the 3D model here. Oh, we got like hyper eyes. Straight out of a creepypasta. The same door from before opens again, now with much more enthusiasm than the first time. Finally! Is that the puppet girl? No, that's her mom. Hyper realistic. Well, those eyes are like, they clashed. They kind of clashed. They seemed like super shiny. I'm not saying it's bad, but like, there's a... It just looked different, you know? From inside, a dinosaur raptor girl with white scales and black hair peeks out, looking as surprised as I am when we both look directly at each other's faces. I haven't seen you since high school. A dino raptor I remembered all too well, especially because of all the hell her friend put me through in high school. Inko, is that really you? The white raptor commented with genuine surprise. Lunara? Wow, I didn't think I'd see you again. How have you been? The girl's voice hits me like a bucket of cold water, as unpleasant memories come flooding back to me, and a name. Mia Moretti. The worst nightmare ever to walk the halls and classrooms of Saint Hadmond. Saint Hadmond. Oh, I'm sorry. The crazy Parasaurolophilus, and with anger issues, who enjoyed bullying others and extorting a cripple. A person who would go to hell and could well supplant the devil himself. And right behind her, like mindless henchmen, soulless puppets, were his two best friends. Wait, his? Oh no, everyone with their gender changes here, man. What kind of future is this? Two best friends, Kiara and Lunara. The girl in front of me, yeah, the scene is ending too. They're probably still friends with Mia, aren't they? Or what we know of. The girl in front of me, the one who greets me with a cheerful question, as if everything that had happened was just a bad dream, but it wasn't. Good. I didn't know you worked here. I make every effort to hide my astonishment, still incredulous that the past continues to haunt me in such an absurd way. Yes, well, I do repairs and stuff. Looney, oh wait, it's hard. Looney, the older Trudon interrupted, causing the Bambi Raptor to immediately shift its attention to her. Oh no. All this gender changes. Oh wait, Hera Inko needs to repair these pants. Can you take care of it? Of course, it'll be ready in a jiffy. What's going on? How could she act so casual as if nothing happened? I can't even react. Perhaps because of the impression, or because out of respect for the place and the lady in front of me. I simply watched as Lunara took my garment, carried it to the back of the shop, and placed it near a sewing machine. My gaze shifts between the Trudon and the Bambi Raptor. Wait, Bambi Attraptor. Not knowing exactly who or what to look at, I'm still tormented by new and old thoughts that overwhelm me. The lady just stands there, in front of the cash register, looking at me with a professionalism that terrifies me, as if she wants to make sure that I don't steal any fabric while she's not looking. Post-gender society. Wait, those eyes are off-putting though. Did you look at the thing? Writers in this community don't know how to self-edit. I know, right? They don't read their own mods. Oh, there we have Judy! Judy! Only then does the door open again, and a head peeks out from the other side. A younger copy of the woman in front of me. A white Trudon about my age, and whose words in a foreign language left me completely confused. Give me a moment. Not you! What are we talking here? Mom, I can't do this embroidery alone. The woman turns around, and her face quickly breaks into a motherly smile before responding in what appears to be the same language. Come on. You had it before, buddy. I'll be right back, dear. Then she raises her hand to address the Bambi Raptor, who approaches the sewing machine with a piece of black fabric and a thread of the same color. Looney, Judy and I will continue the festival costumes. Will you take care of the store for now? Don't worry, I'll take care of it. The older Trudon nods and gives me a smile before turning around and leaving the room. I just stand there waiting, not knowing what to do in this situation. My eyes can't help but focus on Lunara, who begins to prepare the sewing machines with impressive skill, threading the needle through all those holes and mechanisms with barely any effort. And once it looks ready, simply put the garment in position and let the machine do its work. Done. What, so soon? I asked, stunned. Yes, wait, yes, it was a straight cut, so it's not that difficult to mend. A hole would have taken longer. I am stunned by how ridiculously quickly she does this, to the point that it takes me about 2 seconds to snap out of my stupor. Somewhat embarrassed for leaving her standing there with her hands outstretched, offering me the garment. Wow, you're good at this. Thank you. Come on, let's go to the cash register. And I'm not lying, the stitching is so precise that I can't even see the tear, even when I stare at it. No one would ever suspect that it had ever been torn. The sound of the cash register keys bring me back to reality. I take out my wallet as I walk to the other side of the counter to pay. That'll be $4.19 including tax. Oh, I didn't think this would be so cheap. As I said, it wasn't complicated. A larger repair would have taken more effort and be more expensive. But a stitch isn't a problem. I see. Here you go. Here you are. I offer Lunara $5. Keep the change, right? He's gonna say it. Thank you. Give me a moment. She presses a couple of buttons on the cash register and gives me my change. Here you go. Thank you. And how have you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. Please, anything but prying into my life. Not you. Well, I'm fine. I can lie to her, but I can't lie to myself. Good to know. How's Olivia? She's fine. Why do you care? You and she have been together for almost 5 years. I'm sure you must have been planning a wedding by now. I mean, if us haven't already gotten married. Wait, us haven't. If us. What are you talking about, Lunara? Lunara, calm down. Well, it's not that simple. Please stop. Oh, how sweet. I imagine you managed to find a good photography studio that'll appreciate your talent. And that Olivia's paintings are already famous. Well, it hasn't been easy, you know. Keeping my eyes on Lunara is proving impossible as I sink into my own sea of lies, in which I am drowning. Why? Why does she look so happy while asking me these questions? Is she making fun of me? Does she not read Facebook? Does she not know that Olivia airs her dirty laundry all over Snoopbook? Does she know the truth, and is she just laughing in my face? Why does she care in the first place? Yeah, E2 Olivia would definitely be the bitch to air dirty laundry out, I swear to God. Oh, well, that must be wonderful. I'm happy for you. To know that everything has gone well for you and that you're going to... No, nothing is okay! The prey that held back my stoicism shattered with his words, a dam that I myself had built with resignation and antidepressants. And a few doses of Ben's medications. The same dam I've been carrying around for a week at work. The same one I've been holding on to this time since I walked through that damn door. I wanted to keep quiet, but my heart couldn't do it. Hey, dog. Airs her dirty laundry is a wild assumption. No, it's accurate. I wanted to keep quiet, but my heart couldn't do it. Everything's a bloody disaster. I wanted to do things right, and for what? So that everyone would remind me of the mess I've been in all this time, and... My voice breaks when I finally realize the damage my words have caused. Well, we have a sad Lunara spray. Lunara takes a step back from the display, her right hand hugging herself, resting on her left shoulder. But full screen, please. Pressing the wrong button here. Shoulders slumped, eyes downcast, with an expression that mixes sadness and guilt. Sadness, why? Guilt, why? Is she not to blame? She is not to blame for any of this. She is not to blame for any of this. I bring my hands to my face, resigned, understanding how stupid I could be in just 5 seconds. The words I said against her, someone who wasn't to blame, and whom I involuntarily decided would be the victim of my frustration. Why did I do it? Maybe because I needed to. I needed someone to listen to me, but I wasn't able to express myself properly. Maybe I did it because I still see Mia's mark on her, stalking me. But she's not Mia. She was just a background friend. A background character, if you will. One who went along with it, but after the winter dance tried to apologize. Damn. She was even the only one beside Olivia and Ben who said a few words to Professor Idekin, if Ben only did so out of obligation, and Olivia only used that moment to vent her frustrations. Why do I always have to be a bad person? Oh boy. Should we sigma male, beta male, or sigma male? Imagine if one of them did only snoots. Are you talking about Olivia? I feel like that's on track for ending to Olivia. Alright, let me readjust. Is this E2 on? Well, I don't know. Were you paying attention? I guess we should go happy, be happy, apologize. Gotta be nice to the mod dino of the hour. I'm so sorry. My voice escapes almost as a whisper, drowned out by the regret that consumes me. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have asked you so many personal questions. It was inappropriate. Her voice is barely a whisper. A repentant one. Why? She did nothing wrong. I let out a heavy sigh, trying to choose my words carefully. I'm sorry, it's been a really tough week, and no, it's not your fault. I'm just an idiot. I'm sorry. Don't worry, I understand. His word. Oh no, now it's true, Nara. It went from like a woman to an it to a him. His words leave us both in an uncomfortable silence. I have no idea what to say right now. I suppose I should just leave, turn around, walk through that door, and continue being the bitter fool I've been all this time. Maybe now I deserve it for how pathetic I've been acting. Oh, I can feel the mucus working itself up, and it's gonna suck. Although maybe I should stop acting like an immature child, throwing a tantrum, and start behaving like an adult. Hey, look. Would you like to go for coffee or something? I know I acted like an idiot, and I probably don't have the right to ask you this, but I really need to talk to someone. I've resigned myself to my fate, and my words are not lies. Maybe it's time to rectify my mistakes, to do the right thing, and maybe I should be nicer to Tio at work. We've shared the same office for 5 years, and I don't even know what his tastes are, or if he has a family. I never cared. I never had time to care. Maybe I should give it a try. And more importantly, I should give myself a chance. Maybe Marcus too. I'd love to. I snap out of my thoughts when I hear the voice of the Bambi Raptor, who, despite all the crap she had to listen to from me, gives me a calm smile as she adopts a more relaxed pose. I realize that my hostility was more of a result of my foolishness and my inability to channel my problems correctly. I suppose that this in itself is a good step towards my new life. Really? Great! Are you free tomorrow? She rests her hand on her chin, trying to remember. Which chin? I'll be busy until 5. How about after that? This sounds good. Do you have any in mind? I ask her with curiosity. Not really, even though I've been working here for a while. I'm not very familiar with the area. I live a bit far away. Any recommendations? Well, there's one about 3 blocks from here. It's Italian. Their cappuccinos are very good, and their desserts, I don't have words to describe them. That sounds interesting. I respond with a smile. I'll go when I finish work. See you tomorrow, then? Yes, see you tomorrow. Wow, I thought it'd be much harder. That he would throw a shoe at me. Raul, don't. Or, was it Luna? Lunara? I would throw a shoe at me or demand that I leave because of my bad behavior, but I'm happy with this outcome. At least I get to know someone, because even though we study together and even share some classes, Lunara is a complete stranger to me, beyond the fact that she was Mia's friend. He can't afford it. Not a very relaxed pose. Whose eye is this? Is this Olivia? However, before leaving, I noticed the door leading to the other side of the workshop was ajar, and from inside, a pair of yellow eyes stared at me with the intensity that immediately froze my blood. It was the owner of the place, that Taria woman, who had apparently heard my pathetic cries and had come to see what was going on, and from the look on her face, I'm convinced she already has a pretty bad opinion of me. Damn. Weren't true don'ts. Oh, I'm gonna steal that one. Every time there's a bad Judy post, that's a definite true don't. Or no, you use it for V. Weren't true don'ts poisonous or something like that? I don't think I really want to find out. Cautiously, and with much more kindness, I say goodbye to Lunara and leave the store, carrying my mended pants in my hand and a feeling of lightness in my mind that is somewhat gratifying. Thicko mode. As much as the cold wind wants to remind me that we're about to enter the most annoying time of year, I suppose this is a new chapter for me. It has to be. I'm almost 25 years old and I haven't achieved anything in my life. No goals, no dreams, no aspirations, no friends. I must forget who I was and what I was, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to be reborn as someone new. Because of Olivia, I am who I am now. But I know I can get over it. I know I can, I hope. I just have to try. Sleep. Time skip. It's been quite a difficult few hours since the incident in the store, especially in terms of maintaining my mental stability. I can't even remember the last time I spoke to someone other than Olivia or my coworkers. Although the latter was more of a monologue on his part, with me limiting myself to giving short answers or nodding my head in response. Damn, have I really been acting like a jerk this whole time? I don't think I need an answer. However, Sunday felt like it lasted forever. I spent the entire day sitting in front of the television, watching programs that did not even interest me. Looking at the clock, hoping that the time would finally come, only to see that barely 15 minutes had passed since I last looked at the clock. I was scared. What if I didn't go? What if she just said yes so I wouldn't feel awkward? Or just so I wouldn't leave, or just so I would leave once and for all? What if I didn't go, and I would just make a fool of myself? Well, that might be fair too. I probably deserve it for being an idiot. I couldn't even manage to eat breakfast or lunch because I was so nervous. I felt like someone who had been sentenced to death by firing squad. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, 15 minutes before roast made it feel colder than one might expect. Grab some water. I feel like I need to reapply the lip balm. All the air from my mouth is just drying it out. I'm dying, man. I'm dying. And we're only an hour in. You know what? I should go get my humidifier. I'll put the BRB up real quick. I apologize. I am ill prepared for anything. Alright, there's lag now. The mic is cutting out again and again from where you left in silence. But what happened? Are they coming for my stream? Or is it just my mic? Here, let me... Are we good? Replugging the mic. Only mic available. Okay, we're good. I don't even know what happened. I put on my BRB, mute my mic, and then suddenly all hell breaks loose, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I got my humidifier on, but I don't think it's going to reach me that well. It's behind my other monitor, so there's no real room for it. I wonder, could I just like put on Vicks or something? Would that help too? I don't know. I quickly entered the premises, only to find myself in a very pleasant space where about 10 tables were neatly scattered, 3 of which were occupied. Am I on? On. There we go, I'm not clicked. Yes, around the back of your ears. How does that even work? Mic sounded fine for me the whole time. So people are punking me. Alright, a group of friends discussing a school project, and a boy with his head almost buried in his computer, typing Jesus Raptor knows what. Oh boy, isn't this someone's fan character? I forget. Welcome to Cafe Zuka. What can I get you? I'm immediately struck by the voice of a young female triceratops with yellow skin and brown spots. Purple hair, wearing a black suit with yellow details. Surely a student working part-time. I walked to the bar and look at the options, feeling a little overwhelmed by the simple fact of having to choose. I was still unsure whether I should order something in the meantime, or if I should wait for Lunara to arrive. If she comes at all. You know what? I better order something. I don't know. I'm waiting for someone, but I'll have the macchiato in the meantime. I respond with as much enthusiasm as I could muster, which wasn't much. Very well, please have a seat if you like. I'll bring your order when it's ready. I like how the poor, cheap, drawn-on dinos are. I nod and turn around in the dining room, just to choose a table as far away as possible from the other diners already present. One quite close to the window, from which I could see passerby walking home, seeking shelter before the cold of the night became more noticeable. "Sir, here's your coffee." Thanks you." The worker's voice pulls me out of my thoughts, placing the steaming drink with its seductive aroma on the table in front of me. She left as soon as her placed the drink on my table and went behind the counter to serve new customers who had just arrived. I let out a heavy sigh, taking off my coat and leaving it on the back of my chair. The temperature inside the room was pleasant, quite warm by human standards, but ideal for dinosaurs. And to think that in winter, the electricity bills for my old apartment doubled around this time of year, just for heating, since Olivia was at home almost all the time. Olivia. As much as I want to forget, that persistent feeling remains as a painful reminder. I guess 6 years together, including high school, won't be forgotten so easily. Although really, I just wish I could. Lunara? Okay, awkward pause. I take my drink and let the heat of the cup warm my hands for a few seconds, then let the bitter taste permeate my lips and palate, letting the remaining cold inside my body vanish as the hot liquid passes through. Did I really think she would come? How did I assume that in the first place? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Maybe I should just pay the bill and leave before it gets any colder. Last minute Lunara. The sound of the bell announces the arrival of a new diner. The third since I arrived and took my seat. Another CG. Well, the eyes look better this time. Although this time, the sound of the bell did not leave me with an empty disappointment. When I see the monochromatic, flamboyant girl peeking through the door, covered in a thick brown coat and purple pants. She shakes my hand vigorously when she sees me, a gesture I return as I watch her approach and take the seat opposite of me. Seriously, she came. I almost thought it was like stain splotches on her sweater. I'm like, Lunara, what are you doing? Sorry for the delay, Inko. A customer arrived at the last minute with an urgent order. Don't worry, I'm glad you managed it. I pause to raise my hand towards the young woman so she can take our new order. I thought something had happened, or that maybe you hadn't been able to find me. None of that. Yes, how can I help you? The worker's voice interrupts us. She's my date. Date? We're already dating. We haven't even... Already dating. Damn. She's my date. What would you like to order? I think I'll order a long coffee. Wait, we got a yapper. What? Hold on. I'm saving just in case the backwards thing don't work. I want to see the yapper. Yeah, let me see the yapper. Oh, we actually have a normal Lunara yapper. Now to turn it into GIF form and put it into my streams. Yapping Lunara. The sweater is ugly. It does not go well with Lunara. Yeah, it's definitely a hard sell. Would you like anything else? Yes, I'd like another macchiato, and now that I think about it, I'm getting a little hungry. What appetizers do you have for meat lovers? Okay, we have some delicious beef empanadas. We also have serrano ham bruschetta and turkey caprices. Or you can order the house specialty, beef focaccia. I don't know. I'm winging it. Wow, everything sounds delicious. What would you like to try? I asked the Bambi Raptor, which surprises her a little. Don't worry about me, I'm fine with coffee. She answers me in a sad voice. Inko, I already have a boyfriend. You don't have to pay for me. Come on, I invited you. Order something. Well... She hesitates a little before answering. I assume she's not very comfortable with my order. I would like to try the turkey caprese. And bring me the focaccia, please. Another macchiato, a long coffee, a caprese, and a focaccia. Would that be everything? Yes, thank you. I'll bring your order in a moment. The girl retreats back to the bar, leaving us both in a more awkward situation than I had expected. What should I say? For starters, do I even have the right to say anything after yesterday? Would she even want to listen to me? I guess so. Right. Otherwise, why would she be here in the first place? Well, instead of Thinko, we have Overthinko here. Overthinking everything. I suppose I could just break the ice by asking her about her day. However, she was the one who took the initiative. How was your day? Not very interesting. I had nothing to do. What about you? You mentioned something about a last-minute client. Yapping. She's yapping. Over that, a guy came in 15 minutes before closing time. He had torn his suit with one of his claws when he tried to scratch himself, and it ripped a hole in it. The poor guy had to go to a wedding that night. You mean later this night? Whoa, that's really bad luck. Then our conversation is interrupted by the waitress, who interrupts by presenting our food as she places it in front of us. This is a really fast restaurant, man. Why can't all places be like this? For the lady, a long coffee and the caprese. And for the gentleman, a macchiato coffee and the focaccia bread. Seriously, I look so old. Seriously, I look so old. We're the same age. I said in an attempt at a joke, which I immediately regretted when I saw the nervousness arrive in the young worker. As I'm having an aneurysm with my dialogue. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Poor thing, so nervous over a simple joke. Don't worry, thanks for the coffee anyway. Now it's Lunara who's offended. With a slight nod, the girl turns around and walks away from us as quickly as possible. Do I really look that old? Could it be the leather coat or the padding? They don't look that old. However, my thoughts are interrupted by the cheerful voice of the female raptor in front of me. It's delicious. I never tried this before. I'd seen this place before, but I never stopped to give it a chance. I guess I've been missing out on a lot over the last few years. My unintended words escape my mouth in a tired tone, making the atmosphere even more uncomfortable than it already was. I notice that Lunara looks a little sad, almost lost as she drinks some of the coffee to warm herself up. I just let out a resigned sigh when I hear her voice once again breaking the silence. So, she pauses as if analyzing her own words. How have you been since high school? I know you already said you're not doing good with Olivia, but you gotta have something good going for you, right, buddy? It's the same question as yesterday, but now it has a calmer, clearer tone, with a hint of concern. I could lie again, pretend that everything was fine, and perhaps turn this conversation into something more cheerful. I could even make a joke to lighten the mood, although I know it wouldn't have any real impact, but what good would it do to lie to her? I just want to talk to someone for the first time. It's been complicated. Let me just go get my beanie. Things haven't turn out the way I had in mind. I take a second, analyzing my next words and allowing time for those already spoken to be digested. My career, my ambitions, my love life, it was all a disaster, a lie. When I graduated from St. Hammond, I had so many hopes, I had so many plans, but reality hit me like a freight train traveling 120 miles per hour in India. I paused, letting my words sink in. I take the opportunity to drink some of my coffee and enjoy a slice of one of my focaccia breads, which were too good not to be freshly baked. Or maybe I was just ravenously hungry. The first thing I sacrificed was my dream. Becoming a photographer and making a living from it is not something that happens overnight, and I needed to pay the rent, so I took a job as an accountant in an office no more than 5 minutes away from here. Yet Olivia didn't want to give up on her dream to make things work, you know, Lunara, you know how things are. It's temporary, I told myself, but days turned into months, and months turned into years. Damn, talking has never been so hard before. I feel as if I lost the last few years of my life. The last words escape as a near whisper as I watch the patterns the cream creates on the surface of my coffee, sipping another mouthful of my aperitif. Well, the seconds pass with nothing but the sound around us. And chat's going off on something. Until a question from him pulls me out of my thoughts again. Okay, Lunara. And Olivia look so good together. Did something go wrong? She says hopefully. I look at her gently, trying to analyze the expression of the girl in front of me, who shows nothing more than a genuine curiosity, concealed with a touch of discretion as she sips her coffee. What can I say about that? Well, I guess since I'm venting, there's no point in hiding it. I sacrificed my dream so that she could achieve hers, or so I wanted to believe during all these years. We could have done things differently. We could have tried together. Perhaps if she had accepted that her art instructor position at St. Hadmonth, or like St. Has-Been itself, things would have been different. But she is stubborn, and she was sure she could create something significant during these years. And I truly believed and waited all that time. I let out a sigh, rubbing my eyes from exhaustion, but no tears escape. There is no sadness, only disappointment. Things just didn't work out. Now, I just want to try again. Start from scratch, with nothing. Try to achieve something so I don't fade away behind a monitor for the rest of my life. I just want to try again. My words escape my mouth sincerely, but no smile attempts to appear. Saying it and doing it are very different, and it has been so long since I picked up a camera that I don't even know if I have the ability to take a decent photo anymore. Damn, those days when excitement were more present in my life were really strange. It's sad to hear that. Comments the Bambi Raptor in a more melancholic tone. That came out weird. Whatever. Got a drink. Yes. When I last saw you both, I really thought you'd be fine. I understand why you acted the way yesterday. I'm truly sorry. I noticed her shrugging her shoulders slightly, as if she were truly sorry for what happened yesterday. Something that makes no sense, especially since what happened was my fault in the first place. Mine and my stupidity, and before speaking to her again, I let out a long sigh. You don't have to apologize. In any case, I'm the one who should apologize for my attitude. I'm really sorry. It's okay. Well, maybe it's a good time for me to show some empathy. What are we, iDubbbz? What about you? I've been talking about my problems non-stop, but I'd like to know how things have been going for you. I remember you used to talk a lot about fashion in high school. It looks like you're on the right track in that workshop. Apparently, the idea I had in my head was wrong, seeing how Lunara's face shows a melancholic expression as she takes a long sip from her coffee cup. Sighing, apparently, searching for the strength to answer me, or clarifying his own thoughts. I wouldn't put it that way. Her lips form a smile, but it's not a happy one. I also believe that after finishing high school, everything would go smoothly. But I also spent a long time searching for a dream that never came true. Her words trail off for a moment, allowing me to process what she said, while she takes a small, unenthusiastic bite of his appetizer. I see her shrug her shoulders slightly as soon as I manage to swallow the food in my mouth. I decide to ask the obvious question. Wasn't it not what you expected? Oh no, more Lunara Sprite. She shakes her head slightly before speaking. Oh no! The Taco Tuesday, it's kicking in! Inko, get out of there! Get out of there, Inko! Oh, I tried many times. I even submitted a design for last year's spring fashion show, but I encouraged her to continue, to which she responds with a sigh. He said it was too simple. Wait, you mean those fashion shows where the models wear those clothes that are so exaggerated? She has to poop. That's what I thought. Like, she closes her eyes and then she looks like she's grunting. Like, Lunara, what are you doing? Go to the bathroom, Lunara. Not yet. She lets out a laugh at my hesitation, but nods her head as she listens to me. Hey, I don't mean to offend, but those fashion shows are some of the silliest things I've ever seen in my life. I still wonder who thought it was a good idea to put that dress on backwards, with the bell facing upwards. For a moment, I doubt my own words, thinking that I might have upset Lunara with my cruel honesty. But when I see her laugh a little, I can afford to relax, joining her laughter and enjoying the last few sips of my coffee. You're right. They are very exaggerated. But the purpose of these fashion shows is to showcase the designer's creativity. Call me old-fashioned if you want, but I wouldn't dress like that even if I were paid to. She lets out another laugh at my comment. I'm not surprised. You used to dress pretty simply in high school. I still remember that first day a human arrived at St. Padmoth. Please, don't even remind me. I feel like an exhibit or exotic animal. With everyone wanting to take a picture or something, it was pretty uncomfortable. And it certainly was. That was the first day of my life became a roller coaster ride. Surrounded by multicolored dinosaurs, some treated me like one of their own, while others simply made it their personal goal to ruin my life. Which reminds me. Hey Lunara, how's Mia doing? And? I hesitate a little before asking this. How are the others doing? Kiara, Ben, Mia? Once again, the monochromatic girl leaves a sigh, although this one's a little more nostalgic, finishing her last bite of her snack before responding. Apparently it's socially acceptable for Saurians to Why would you say that? I don't know, to be honest. I never heard from Ben again after high school. And Mia just disappeared. She left and didn't tell anyone. Did something happen to them? Why do I even care to begin with? But she just shrugs. I couldn't say. She doesn't answer her phone, and she doesn't check her messages. A year after we graduated, I simply stopped trying. And Kiara, well, with the distance and our separate paths, it really was very difficult. And we talk less and less. The last time we wrote each other was to wish each other Merry Christmas last year. Yes, I understand that feeling. I'm proof of that myself. Makes me think of something very similar about my own life. And Damien and Liz, how did it go for them? Yes, I was thinking about that specifically. Well, I know Liz might have started working on something related to art sales. Although I'm sure your uncle's intervention helped a lot. And Damien graduated from college on an athletic scholarship last year, but I know this because I hesitate a little when I hear his name mentioned. Oliver? Because Olivia was talking to Damien's parents, I haven't spoken to them in quite a while. I really don't have any friends anymore, huh? I let out a long sigh as I feel myself deflate in my seat, taking the last sip of my coffee now. The plate lies empty on the table when the new silence takes over our conversation. I try to think of something to talk about. It occurs to me that it might be a good idea to ask her about her current job, although once again, it is Lunara who takes the lead in the conversation. So, what are you planning to do now? Are you going to try and get back into photography? Very good question. Do I really want to do it? A part of me, naive and full of dreams, tells me yes. I should do it no matter what. And another part of me, more cruel and realistic, tells me that I shouldn't waste my time on silly dreams, and I should focus on keeping a stable job. However, I think I've had enough of that. I'd like to, at least try, but I don't even know where to start. I rest my cone on the table and start rubbing my nose with some frustration. I really don't have anything, not even the idea of what to do. Should I just start taking random photos and uploading them to a website? Or should I try to find a studio that will accept me? Curiously, I didn't expect the opportunity to come from the monochromatic girl in front of me. She's yapping. You know what? The Gion Odori Festival is in a week, and we'll need someone to help us promote the workshop and the customers we're working on for one of the shows. Or the costumes. Whoops. And I believe Tarya still hasn't managed to find a photographer. Would you be interested? Is demo over? Demo over? That's it? But whoa, I saw... She was in a bikini. That's the demo. No, I saw so much more. Like, I saw the screenshots. No. Oh, come on. It was starting to... Come on now. Go back. Please go back. You can go back. Yeah, I know about the Tarya sprite. She was in a swimsuit, man. She's looking great for 50, okay? Okay, we have one more choice to pick. It's probably not going to mean much, but I'm going to do it anyway. Load. You need to leave. He actually just fucking leaves, dude. He actually just fucking leaves. I thought he'd be stopped. It's not worth it. Game over? 3 years later? 3 years later, uh-oh. We get a jump cut. 10 years of my life lost. I pull no bitches anymore. And for what? I put all my fucking hopes in this damn place. It would have been better to bet on green. I'm sure I would have had better luck. 5 years trying to please that lizard, and another 3 wasting my time. Never give up, never surrender, never goon, never troon. You can always try again. Everyone deserves a second chance. What a load of crap. No, he's becoming the next GTA protagonist, isn't he? When I left Olivia, I tried to fulfill my dream. I was one of the best photographers in this shitty city. But those overgrown lizards can't see it. They can, they just don't want to. Damn meteor dodgers. They're superior just because they're stronger and all that crap. I can't wait for a second ice age to wipe them all out once and for all. Yeah, he becomes a super racist. Super omega double triple racist. It's what they deserve. But it's not my fucking problem anymore. Whatever happens to that damn city is none of my fucking business. A tsunami? An earthquake? A meteor? I couldn't care less. As if a damn meteorite were to fall and wipe the city off the map. Volcadera Bluff, the city of opportunity. Except that fucking slogan fails to mention that if you're human, they'll treat you like shit. I hope I never encounter a bloody dinosaur again in my life, unless it's at the end of my bumper. To say that in Stone City, they are the minority. That would be interesting. I wonder what it feels like to stomp on those scaly bastards without them being able to do anything about it. The world should have always been for humans. Yep. End 1. Soul broken. Buck broken. Oh. Oh. My dream car. Best ending. Inko became racist based. Porku is gooning over True Nara. I didn't say nothing about that. This demo was shorter than I expected it to be. Like, I thought it was gonna be like super chunky. Like it was gonna be Wani's demo, you know? With all the fucking shit I saw, all the screenshots, I thought it was gonna be a really 5 hours. Come on now. I'm sad. Now I have to wait. And I know the mod's rough with like its English second language stuff, but like I was getting into it. I was hoping it'd be good. Well, it's good, but I was hoping it'd be longer, you know. Ugh. Disappointing. Let me yoink out of this. We'll play the Snoop music. We'll wrap it up. Oh my god. I'll throw on the ending screen so there's something to look at. With a car, you can go wherever you want. Yeah, when did Inko get the car? That's what I want to know, because apparently he didn't have a car, you know? It's good though. The game flies. Has a Tarja sprite everyone wants. Yeah, should I look in the files? Here, I'll look in the files for you guys. Oh, look. I will look in the files for you guys, because it's in the files somewhere. Alright. Images. Oh, no, it's a video, isn't it? It's a fucking video. It's probably the video, isn't it? Let me... Yeah, it's the video. Hold on. Let me mute that. So I'll put the video up. How do I put the video up? Actually, let me cut that. Let me use tried and true legacy player. I love legacy player. Better than the modern Windows slop. Mute. I'll mute the music. Let me... How do I do this? Would it be window capture? Video. Let me... Okay. Why are there like 3 different legacy players? Okay, let's just cancel that. Remove. Or can I just upload the video itself? Would it work in... Well, no, media source, I think, right? Video. Oh, I have to browse this shit, don't I? How would I control this, though? That's the thing. I've never controlled a video on this shit before. How do you control a video on OBS? You know what? Fuck it. We'll do display capture. Let me get display capture out. We're raw dogging it. Remove. Let me grab. We're going back into gameplay. Let me grab my display. Where are you, buddy? Display copy. There's ending. Paste that shit. Throw that to there. Should work. Yeah, okay, here we go. Is the fact, wait. He has a car in E3, so I think we can at least assume he has one for E2. I don't remember him mentioning that for E2, like he walks. The fact that he's a Chevrolet SS, how bro? Yeah, I'm wondering, did he win the lottery? Did he get like into a accident with a dyno and had to get a lawsuit, and then from that he hates dynos? I don't know. Streamlabs is better. I don't like Streamlabs. I can't move chat. Alright, so we have this. Lunara has summer wear, I guess. We have the Winter Lights Ornaments Festival, whatever. Lunara with a little cap. The tail warmer too, now that I recognize it. Little tail warmer. We got car sprite. When are we getting our Taria and Judy mods, huh? A wedding. I almost thought this was gonna be Burger King. So we got reunion here. Delicious burger. I can't read what that says down there. I'll have to wait for the model to come out, or the sprite. Beach romance. Wait, does Inko have hair going on right now? That looks like hair. Or it could be like a glasses, maybe? I don't know. It just looks a little off. I don't know why Inko would put his glasses up, you know? And Damien and Liz. Oh no. Lunara angry. Why everyone's happy but she's angry? Are we all picking on Lunara? Oh no, she's crying. She's got her little strawberry milkshake and she's crying. Oh, how can you cry when you have like a strawberry milkshake, man? We got swimming. Wait, is this Shido slop? Is this Shido slop I see? This really reeks of Shido slop, I'm just saying. Oh no, what happened to Tarja? She got the downgrade. Oh. Rewind time. Oh no, Olivia the victim. We're through, Olivia, fuck you, and fuck IDK. Yeah, that's Shido style, I thought so. Oh yeah, the turtleneck. It doesn't even go all the way. Come on. Who's this? Oh god, why does this look like Black Cynthia? Make it go away. Out in the city, Chinatown or something. Oh, we have, what is this, Erin? No, she's happy now. She saw Erin, and now she's happy. Oh, that's like supposed to be your girlfriend now or something, I don't know. Replace that soon, huh? Wait, there was something, go back. Oriental dress, showing a lot of thighs. Now there it is. No, how did it go so fast? Come on now. Oh, no. Why? That's a little too saucy. Oh god. Oh, why? That's gonna get me struck. Why does this look like the 3D model? They both look like the 3D models. Uh-oh. Placeholders. More than demonetized. I might get a strike for that one. Oh. Woman got bush. Oh, Lord. We got more Shido slop here. Coming soon. Okay. Take this down before I make a mistake. Wait, I don't have it marked on this one. I have to manually do this. There we go. Man playing with fire. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't gotten banned yet. Like, I've in the tier stream, there's literally just fucking tits right out there, man. I'm surprised no one fucking went for that one. Man. Now here's the thing, are they going to keep that in for the full game, or is that just a gotcha? We'll see how stunning and brave they are coming up. It says coming soon. It says coming soon, but does this mean a week away, or does this mean a Wani's week away? Oh. Tibby's on stream as well. Yeah, it was one of the... I think it was Spears' wife, Fang. Just letting them hang there. I'm like, oh god. Oh, I'm getting out of this one. I'm getting out of this this tier list. I'm gonna go back to another. I think that honestly that tier list got taken down because I can't find that one again. That was the one with the most characters on it, I think, too. And Olivia's plushie week away. Yeah, that. Oh. My god. Oh. Well, seeing as the mod didn't last that long, maybe I'll start up a different stream. I've been playing a lot of Child of Light, seeing as, what is it, Expedition 33? It's not by the same people, but I've been going back and playing that. And damn, it's really fun. The story is not really much to write home about, but the gameplay is good. New devlog update. Is there? Already? Is the plushie still worth the wait? Well, as long as I get it. A new dev makes interesting project and has a demo. Devlog, rubbing hands together devilishly. Expedition 33. I'm not playing that. I'm playing because the people who made Expedition are from Ubisoft. But Ubisoft actually made like a turn-based RPG called Child of Light, and it's pretty fun. I thought they were waiting until December 2026. Is that devlog? For the full game? This would be crazy if you're crunching that hard. So I take it they're done with the demos then? Because if they're coming out by then, if you're just going to keep doing demos, you're basically just giving your whole game away. Which I don't think Miguel wants to do. He wants to milk. Expedition 33 has AI. I thought they got rid of those placeholders now that people pointed it out. Not like it was going to affect me playing it or not. I already said I didn't want to play like parry slop games, dude. I mean, it looks nice and it makes the right people angry, but at the same time it doesn't fulfill the void of RPGs I want to play, you know? It's, in the end, I still see it as slop. Like, just last stream, wasn't I playing that, Dragon Quest type kind of RPG? And I was having fun. Those are the kind of things I want, you know? I'm so tired of modern slop. Like, even if it ticked every box, like, I'd feel just gross playing it. I'd be bored. It just feels like nothing that modern gaming can do can pair up with like stuff like Chrono Trigger, old Dragon Quest, old Final Fantasy, you know? Everything wants to be that, but they don't be it anymore, you know? It's just shitty imitations with gold paint on it, you know? But a Steam demo is coming soon. That's what I've heard, but you never know. Things have a... In the Snoot fandom, I've learned that things sometimes don't happen the way that they say they are going to happen, you know? There's been a lot of disappointments within the Snoot community, you know? Especially with mods dying left and right. Projects just going tits up. Miguel will be lucky to break even. That's what I think. Unless he somehow finds a way to like sell his soul and find some lucky way to like advertise his game to a bigger audience more than Snoot ever has. I mean, Snoot's literally had Kotaku articles written about them. I don't think you can pay for that kind of journalism, man. Or I should say that advertising, you know? It had to be taken off the Game Awards. I think it was only taken off the Indie Game Awards, which is ran by two fat gay people. Or sorry, hosted by two fat gay people. Have you played Octopath Traveler? I got bored to death playing that game. That game was like the worst kind of grind. Because I'd be grinding and like I'd barely get any XP back, dude. Like, I did not like playing it. I forget if that game had a difficulty slider or not. But the grind was not fun. Yeah, I could, after this stream I'll stream some Child of Light. Show you how that game works. But Porcupine, the Microsoft CEO, asked us nicely not to call their slop. They're doing... Every time I jump onto Twitter, Microsoft does something fucking stupid. Every new day is just something stupid from Microsoft. You'd be surprised. I follow that, what is it, Pirate Nation account? Not to be confused with Pirate Software. We don't welcome him in this house, you know? But, Pirate Nation posts a lot about fucking Microsoft shit, dude. It's crazy. We're gonna call it Glop. Gross slop. But yeah, I should probably wrap it up. I'm gonna start my stream like right away and we'll get right to it. So I will see you either in that stream or the next time, probably next week, hopefully, for one of those two standalone mods, or the Nick and Nova mod. Well, we'll see. I'll probably put it on a poll or something. Because I don't know which one to play. We'll leave it up to the audience. Thank you for the stream. No problem. I had fun. I'm hoping the full mod comes out here. But I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna start a new stream and hopefully maybe we'll see you there.